It was a somber evening, the air thick with the weight of history as I delved into the mysteries of my ancestral home. The time was midnight, a bewitching hour that whispered secrets of the past. The location was the ancient attic, a forgotten realm where the dust of time settled on relics long relegated to obscurity. In that silent and dimly lit space, I stumbled upon a forbidden diary, its leather cover cracked with age, and its pages worn thin by the passage of countless years. The diary was a relic of the past, a testament to a time when the world danced with darker forces. As I carefully opened its pages, I found myself confronted with cryptic symbols that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, I devoted myself to deciphering the ominous text. The symbols twisted and turned, revealing a narrative woven in the language of the supernatural. Each decoded line unveiled a tale of sins committed by my long-forgotten lineage, transgressions that had long been buried in the annals of time. Unbeknownst to me, as I unraveled the secrets held within the diary, I unwittingly unleashed a malevolent entity that lurked in the shadows of the attic. The air grew colder, and a palpable darkness seeped into the room, taking shape as a vengeful spirit. It materialized before me, a spectral embodiment of retribution, its ethereal form contorted with an anger that transcended the boundaries of the living. The entity spoke without words, its grievances echoing in the chambers of my mind. It sought vengeance for the sins of my bloodline, sins that had tainted the very foundation of its existence. The room pulsated with an otherworldly energy as the spirit manifested its wrath, a testament to the supernatural forces I had unwittingly set in motion. In that harrowing moment, the ancestral home became a battleground between the living and the vengeful dead. The entity, fueled by centuries of resentment, haunted the corridors with an unsettling presence. Shadows clung to its form as it moved, a spectral wraith driven by an insatiable desire for retribution. The nights became an ordeal, each passing moment marked by the eerie footsteps of the entity that traversed the ancient halls. It whispered curses in the dead of night, a chilling reminder of the sins that had bound it to the mortal realm. The very air seemed to vibrate with the echoes of its malevolent intent, and I found myself ensnared in a web of supernatural consequences. Haunted by the sins of my forebears, I embarked on a quest to undo the malevolent forces I had set free. Guided by the cryptic knowledge within the forbidden diary, I sought to appease the vengeful spirit and break the shackles that bound it to the earthly plane. It became a race against time, a desperate struggle to cleanse the ancestral home of the sins that lingered in its shadows. As I faced the chilling manifestations of the vengeful spirit, I realized the true horror of my inadvertent actions. The ancient attic, once a sanctuary of forgotten memories, had become a battleground between the living and the dead, a realm where the sins of the past demanded a price, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurred into a nightmarish tapestry of retribution. In the end, the resolution of this spectral conflict remained shrouded in the mists of uncertainty. The malevolent entity, once unleashed from the shadows, left an indelible mark on the ancestral home. Whether through appeasement or confrontation, the tale of the forbidden diary serves as a chilling reminder that the sins of the past can awaken forces beyond our comprehension, and that the price of unlocking forbidden knowledge may be paid in blood and torment. It was the witching hour when the moon cast an eerie glow over the desolate amusement park, transforming it into a haunting spectacle frozen in time. The once vibrant colors of the rides had faded, and a thick layer of dust blanketed the deserted grounds. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by the haunting melody of a broken music box that echoed through the abandoned carousel. Drawn by an inexplicable force, I found myself navigating the dilapidated pathways, guided by the mournful tune that seemed to emanate from the heart of the forsaken park. The melody, though fractured and discordant, carried a sense of melancholy that tugged at the strings of my curiosity. It led me to the decaying Ferris wheel, its rusted structure groaning in protest as I dared to step onto its creaking platform. As I ascended into the night sky, the rhythmic clanking of the Ferris wheel blended with the haunting music, creating an ominous symphony that resonated through the empty air. To my astonishment, each empty seat I passed harbored a ghostly child, their ethereal forms swaying with the motion of the ancient ride. Their spectral eyes, hollow and vacant, fixated on me as the wheel continued its slow ascent. Reaching the zenith, a chilling realization gripped me. The children surrounding me were not mere apparitions, but echoes of a tragic past, condemned to the spectral realm of this desolate amusement park. Their translucent forms whispered in unison, recounting a tale of untimely demise that sent shivers down my spine. Their voices, a spectral chorus of sorrow, spoke of a time when laughter once echoed through these now desolate grounds. They were the lost souls of children who, in life, had reveled in the joys of the amusement park, only to meet an untimely end under mysterious circumstances. As the Ferris wheel lingered at its peak, the ghostly children pointed with translucent fingers toward a looming figure in the darkness, a shadow that seemed to absorb the feeble light of the moon. It stood as a sentinel of the afterlife, a silent guardian watching over the tragic fates of those confined to this spectral realm. The figure in the darkness bore witness to the children's whispered confessions, their tragic tales intertwining with the broken music box's mournful melody. It was a tale of misfortune, a narrative woven into the fabric of the amusement park's history, now condemned to an eternal cycle of spectral existence. Haunted by the lingering sorrow of the ghostly children, I descended from the Ferris wheel, the broken music box fading into the distant echoes of the night. The desolate amusement park, a graveyard of memories, stood as a testament to the tragedy that unfolded within its long-forgotten rides. As I stepped back onto the decaying pathways, the spectral whispers lingered, a haunting reminder that the boundaries between the living and the dead had blurred within the confines of the forsaken park. The tragic tales of the ghostly children and the looming figure in the darkness became etched in my memory, a chilling encounter with a supernatural reality that defied the rational realm of the living. The desolate amusement park at midnight, once a haven of joy, had become a realm where the echoes of a tragic past refused to be silenced, resonating through the haunted melodies of a broken music box. The haunting tale began when I stumbled upon a mysterious antique shop hidden within the labyrinthine streets of an old town. It was a place seemingly frozen in time, its windows adorned with dusty artifacts and forgotten relics. The proprietor, an enigmatic figure with eyes that seemed to hold secrets untold, welcomed me into the dimly lit space, revealing an eclectic collection of curiosities that whispered of forgotten histories. Amidst the antiquities, my gaze fell upon a peculiar mirror, its ornate frame adorned with intricate carvings that seemed to dance in the dim light. The shopkeeper, with a knowing smile, spoke of its unique properties, a portal to an alternate reality, a realm that existed parallel to our own. Intrigued, I succumbed to the allure of the mysterious mirror and decided to bring it into my possession. As I hung the mirror in a place of prominence within my home, its reflective surface held an otherworldly appeal. It beckoned with a subtle energy, enticing me to peer into its depths. The first time I gazed upon its surface, I saw myself staring back, but the reflection quickly transformed into a nightmarish scene. In the alternate reality within the mirror, my doppelganger committed unspeakable acts that seemed to defy the very fabric of morality. The scenes unfolded in gruesome detail, each reflection more disturbing than the last. I recoiled in horror, questioning the sanity of the mirror's twisted realm. Haunted by a morbid curiosity, I found myself drawn to the mirror time and again. With each gaze, the line between reality and the mirror's alternate world blurred. The tormented figure within the reflective surface mirrored my actions, yet its deeds became increasingly macabre, as if driven by a malevolent force that transcended the boundaries of reason. The question gnawed at my sanity: was I the observer, peering into a distorted reflection of my own potential for darkness, or was I the one being observed, manipulated by the malevolent entity lurking within the mirror? The boundaries of reality became a nebulous haze as the mirror's influence infiltrated my thoughts, casting shadows upon my perception of self. As the mirror's twisted realm encroached further into my daily life, I became a prisoner of the sinister reflections within. The doppelganger's actions echoed in the recesses of my mind, tormenting me with the possibility that the malevolent force could spill into the tangible world. Desperation gripped me as I sought answers to the mirror's malevolence. The mysterious antique shop had vanished, leaving no trace of its existence. It became apparent that the mirror held a power beyond comprehension, an ancient force that defied the natural order. In a final, desperate attempt to sever ties with the malevolent mirror, I resolved to shatter its cursed surface. As the glass splintered, a wave of dark energy surged, echoing with the agonized wails of my doppelganger. The fractured mirror, now devoid of its malevolence, lay in ruin, a reflection of the twisted reality it had once harbored. Yet, even in its shattered state, the mirror's influence lingered. The question of whether I was the observer or the observed haunted my waking hours and tormented my dreams. The line between reality and the mirage-twisted realm remained eternally blurred, a testament to the enduring horror of a mysterious antique that had offered a glimpse into the darkest recesses of the soul.